Hello everyone and welcome to another match of the 2021 Roulette Rivals World Championship. We have just begun the second half of the group stage and we are going to have a group E match between Luis and Papierfresse, and I thought for this occasion, or from now on, I would like to start the streams by just looking at the group for a minute before loading into the first map. Group E match between Luis and Papierfresse, who are second and third in the group so far, both having played 4 matches. Luis is still unbeaten in this group, only one of the 2 remaining players still unbeaten. Papierfresse is 3 points behind him, 2 wins, 2 losses, but an upset win against Chris makes him probably the favorite for 3rd place. This will be a match about potential advancing. Whoever wins this match will have great chances of finishing in the top 4, but even if someone loses here, we'll not have to give up. Still, of course, more than a week to go. Just thought I would share you this little information. And here we are in Marrakesh, which will be the first map of this match, chosen by Luis, and then we'll go to Center Fortuna, chosen by Papierfresse. That's the guaranteed part of this match, and then we'll have a 3rd map after all this, which will be one of the remaining 16 maps. And I am working on a co-caster, but I have run out of shoutcaster channels, so I will have to start a voice call with GKPunk, and when he answers he'll be in, and we'll be just in time for the first spin. Hey GKPunk. I'm good. We are just in time for the first spin, which I'll read out, and I'll send you the link for the next spin. Raises Zaydan, Sniper Rifle as Prisoner, and Klaus Hugo Strandberg as Fall as Military Officer. Okay, I'm sorry for the viewers. Now Jacob should be unmuted. Apologies. Yes, Punk said that the prisoner is finally here, and I think he was sneakily added around RR5 or so, but it really hasn't been a factor until now, and now we will have for Reza. Can't wait. Hello Mikulers, another member of Group E. And yeah, I just quickly mentioned the group standings, and this is a quite important one for these two, because the winner will be in a great situation to advance, probably behind Chris X3 and Johnny X, but 3rd or 4th place isn't too shabby in this group. But yeah, more about Marrakesh now. It will be... Yeah, school start makes sense here, right? Get the Reza kill out of the way, and okay, but that would mean, of course, missing Klaus' first cycle. So I guess that's the trade-off if you want to get Reza early or want to get the Klaus disguise for first cycle.
Yeah, but overall, if you go get Klaus, you just have to come back for this disguise over here anyway. So, looking at it from the top-down perspective, it would be more efficient to get to the kill and the disguise, and then go off to the consulate.
Yeah, because you are cutting down serious amounts of back and forth running. Meanwhile, if you get the kill, you might be late for first cycle, and you will stay in position having to wait for second one. And I think that's a decision the players have to make, which one they think is the longer wait. But that will be a nice quick kill by Papierfresse, 1 minute 50 seconds, and well, I suppose it's a KO on Reza and then a KO on the prisoner who's blind. I'm not quite sure about his properties. I guess you have to do it in a different order.
Yeah, as far as I know, he shouldn't see anything. Even when he didn't have his little bag on.
And that's what I remember too, yeah. But Paper is thinking about this a lot. Thankfully, the conversation is long enough that Reza isn't leaving, as I think that's a side KO for Lewis, which turns him red and we'll have to restart.
Yeah, for that Reza thing, all he has to do is make sure Reza gets knocked out first, because if he sees the prisoner knocked out or even out of place, he will immediately go into lockdown.
Yeah, and Papier didn't trust this isolated situation, not necessarily an isolation, because I guess two people were alive, but Paper will get the disguise and sit back down and wait another cycle, or is it going to be just...
Oh no, he left his sniper behind, which he had to go back and get. Sitting down probably would have worked too. I think it's one of those opportunities that kind of alters the script of the target, where it just makes them do the next, go there as their next part of their cycle, drop whatever they were doing. Another example of that is Yuki sushi opportunity.
Right, a good example. So I guess that's a setback for Paper, and Lewis had another restart, or had a restart before that, around the same time frame, so now he's the one 30 seconds above, or ahead. And it really should be the case of clearing out that room. Of course, as a military officer, you can just dismiss the elites, which Paper did, and now Lewis does as well.
The thing with sitting down as the prisoner is, once you get up, I'm not sure how fast Satan's gonna react, and if you don't have enough time, the lockdown will spread straight across the whole school.
General Satan's order.
Yeah, I am
Other than a
expecting...
next
yeah.
snap kill. I don't even know if Roulette Rivals, if it's counted, if it was a next snap kill, because it's done via the story prompt.
I feel you, it would cause some headaches. I think the current protocol is to look at contracts mode, and if someone would do that without any practice, then I think someone would have to show us between the maps that it's actually an X snap, or unarmed in contracts mode, of course, because the script kills indeed work a bit funky with contracts mode.
Yeah, it's like they have unique ID, so they just any method on contracts.
Luis chose the intercom lure, so the good old usual one, which might get him caught if he stays in this position. I've never really seen this approach, sitting or crouching this corner.
Yeah, that's like the opposite. Normally you crouch where he just threw the coin and throw it where he was crouching. And Reza, I don't think he can reach that, so he just not gonna bother even going for it.
A strange one, but surely a practiced one. I'm just so expecting a peekaboo, but now he sees the coin. No, because he stopped very early and gets the subdue just in time.
Yeah,
No
coin
panic.
is definitely funky with Reza, where he's and coins in general is where they will go to where the coin lands and not where it hit and caused the audio.
And I guess it did land in an out of bounds or hardly accessible area. So yeah, Reza just didn't go for it. Oh, Luis
and
gets spotted by the elite, which is always KO'd if we enter the school, but we started in the school, so it's not the case. Which I found quite interesting because he had the disguise and I thought he would have everything ready for the prisoner killed, but apparently he wanted to get something else still.
yeah, Papier gets the kill, and meanwhile, in the corner, usually where Reza is isolated with the tank and then the sniper. So 4.5 minutes. I mean, I think it's not even gonna be inefficient really. If you should be able to just about catch up to Klaus there for his second cycle.
Yes, with all this it's quite convenient because it will take about another minute or let's say 80 seconds until Papier is in the usual position. Of course there is no room for a double lure or any kind of chain. It will have to be a push. But the fall itself is another tricky kill. Not difficult, but I think the consulate security who's looking, who's 1 floor below and looking around will have his view cons to the upper floor, so he will have to be turned away. And then some civilians could be an issue.
Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Papier walking straight through the garage like a boss because he's got the military officer.
For once, you're trespassing and no enforcers.
Yeah, it's the one in the garage somehow doesn't know all the other military officers. He's doesn't enforce. Klaus is gonna be here in like a minute or so.
Yeah, really just convenient. Can take it step by step, vacuum, distraction for this security, and then can be KO'd and boxed, and then it's just a wait for Klaus, who is really not an enforcer for anyone. I guess there is a couple of exceptions, but
Yeah, really just the janitor. You don't want to be that. He just changes into the janitor. Well, that that can work. I liked using janitor in certain ways for Klaus, for example. Like you can lure people who are enforcers to you by just getting spotted on purpose. But that causes the people down below him to investigate the commotion because he starts screaming like, "Hey, who are you?"
yeah, it doesn't seem optimal for this particular spin, and I think that was the setup. Papi wanted to place a gun for this security who just walks past it. Great.
He sees it. He's also has to worry about that security right by the green screen. Yeah, that if he plans to toss Klaus over, he is tossing a pool ball for him. So very smart.
I do think that's a bit early. I tend to do that right before a kill.
It was yeah, it didn't do what I want. He's just standing there. I don't know how safe that is.
Well, I guess it's one step safer if you make the guard sick, which Papierfresse tries to do. I think that was in range. Of course, the question mark. Oh no.
Oh, it wasn't. Just hit it too early there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looked promising. So it will have to be a third item.
And Klaus doesn't stick around for very long. So hopefully he crouches behind him. Like gets the good timing and the head is moved towards the right. The security guard doesn't see anything. Nicely done.
Yeah, this could have been a scary one or a spin which causes many restarts, but apparently this was the prisoner sniper causing more issues. And after that, Papier got to the consulate first and got Klaus first try, so it will be a market exit in about a minute, and Papierfresse will take Marrakesh and the first spin. Just have to get there still.
Yeah, that's true. He has to get decided not to go for the consulate car exit, which would have been viable because he has the military officer if he wanted to be safe there, and on the first floor he's not trespassing to grab the car keys. But either way, he makes it just at the dawn of 9 minutes.
Oh my goodness, Papier picked up the cleaver. We saw the inventory that he dropped it, but no NPCs were around, so he kept the SA, but that was almost the choke of the year, really, no doubt. It's a scary one.
It really would have been. Yeah, it's one of those when you, I don't know if you ever did those where in 2016 if you press the melee button when you're just walking around and running, and 47 would just raise up his fist. Lots of people like doing that at the end of contracts mode, and then they ended up punching people right next to exits.
Oh my god! Now I haven't had the chance to do that.
That would have been that level of choke, but except in a tournament match, it would have been heartbreaking.
Oh, scary one for sure. And but the points do stand. Papier with the lead and his map coming up, and which is Santa Fortuna. Could be his advantage even more. We can see it's 2 wins, 1 loss in his short RR career so far. I think he played in RR5, skipped 6, and then he's a 7th seed in this one. But yeah, he played quite a few Santa Fortunas during this group stage, so he has 3 matches worth of experience so far. And then we see Luis hasn't played Santa Fortuna, but surely he has practiced, knowing this is an important match and it was picked beforehand. I can see the 3 consecutive or parallel matches turned to 2 after Matty Spice not showing up to his Group A match against Currymaker. So we have this one here from Group E, and Fruit 7 plays Connor B, I want to say, and that should be casted by Barbecue? I think so. Because the Ordinary Royce stream just ended, sorry, and we got the raid immediately. Thank you, and welcome everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be adminning a match in like 44 minutes, so hopefully it ends. If it doesn't, I'll just have to bail out after.
No hard feelings. We don't know what the rest of the match is going to be like, so always a possibility to go as long as 90 minutes, but of course we are guaranteed to finish this in 60 now.
Yeah, Marrakesh having a result for a player already helps.
But yeah, for now we are going to have the second map. I really do want to read the spin out already, but it's not the case for another 1.5 minutes. And yeah, I blew the group standings before the match, so I wouldn't want to show it just yet. I'm going to get there in just about a minute. Papier getting ready by having heat maps and the guide in his browser. Notoriously one monitor setup, so we can always see him alt tab out. Sometimes with the Discord.
Papierfresse also has the record that he got earlier in the tournament for this map. So let's see if he can beat it. Well, that will be partially dependent on the spin as well.
9.
Right, good call. We'll see if this one is in danger. The sub 10 is an elusive time for Santa Fortuna, but what do we have here, Punk? Is it going to happen today?
Eliminate the target.
Oh man, what's gonna happen is Rico needs to be eliminated with the silenced SMG as the hippie, and Jorge Franco with the drowning as Coca-Field guard. That's very good. And Andrea Martinez the machete as the band member.
So it's not a guaranteed straightforward easy one, but the disguises aren't horrible.
The disguises are very lenient. I mean, the band member closer to Andrea. Obviously, machete is something you gotta get it from the Coca-Field. But drowning on Jorge as the Coca-Field guard is very, very simple. Well, in theory, unless you miss your darts.
Yeah, always a challenge. So both will be starting with this Rico isolation from mentioned stuff, and yeah, to me what would make more sense is to just get the Jorge kill out and as Coca-Field guard transport the machete to Andrea's compound, and second cycle or whatnot should be 2 kills down by 6 minutes, and then the chip for a hippie and a silenced firearm kill. It's all doable, definitely in 30 minutes.
Papier dragging Rico all the way to the secret passage. Which is actually very useful. This part of the area is like not utilized as much. It's kind of like an underlooked or whatever, overlooked. I don't know whatever the word is. I can't think right now. You can just be the hippie, take the basement exit, and come straight up and shoot him in the head.
Yeah, at the end of the spin will be very lenient, straightforward. And so I was thinking about this, which would be better, to drag him all the way down here or keep him next to the car. I think it's on the safer side to drag him this far, but with this you will never have to worry about those mentioned guards, and this spin won't require one, and not even from any guard point of view, because the Coca-Field guard will be used for the machete. So I guess it's worth keeping in mind that you can drag him all the way to the secret tunnel and can be worth it. Lewis is opting for the straightforward start. Mention stuff followed by Andrea downstairs. All works out, of course no kills and no disguises. But we can obviously see him catch up later on when he gets the kills in a chain.
Yeah, Papier gets a kill, gets a knockout on the Coca-Field guard, and Jorge's in the botany lab right now, so he has to either wait for him to come out, or I don't see a viable option to go in there and secret him there, because there's 2 drug lab workers there.
Hey, what's up, man? Sit down.
I think it is going to be a small wait, but Papi is transporting. Oh, the machete into the briefcase. I thought it's a It's an X-like item for some reason. I had it remembered wrong. So it's even better in terms of transportation.
Yeah, and he gets the shot on Jorge. Meanwhile, Lewis just secured Hippie.
Probably going straight for Rico. Even if it's hostile area for a bit. Also with the potential of a long ranger. I didn't see where Luis left Rico. But should be a kill. Should be doable from approaching from this scaffolding.
Yeah, and Papier is also going for his first kill. It's going to be the one on Jorge Franco. And he has his machete ready to go. The overall efficiency of Papier looks very good because, let's see, he goes for the band member after that, and then on his way back gets the hippie and exits via the sports car.
Only 5 minutes in and we can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. Can just list all the things that Paper has to do, and not a lot of them have any kind of difficulty. So machete to Andrea with a band member along the way. Second cycle at one point he'll get the kill on her, and then as we discussed, the hippie will be allowed in the tunnels, and only the secret part of the tunnels won't be fine. That was a bit risky with the crowbar.
Rico Delgado has been eliminated. Nicely done.
But Luis now also has his first kill as the hippie. We'll be looking for a mention guard for better access perhaps.
Hey, tú. Sí, tú, I'm talking to you. Check out what it was. Well, claro.
Papier is approaching Andrea. He's not gonna go for the band member. Looks like he's probably gonna try to secret her and put her in the bathroom.
So it's 6 minutes 40 seconds for second cycle consumed. It's worth remembering looking at the amount of consumed poison kills lately. And shortly after this, she'll walk down the stairs to this conference room for the easy double KO ISO.
Yeah, I guess with the guard taking so long, it makes sense to just wait for that. He set that up. Going for band member now.
Yeah, band member himself is such a short detour. Just this fuse box. Wait for the owner to leave the house and go through that door.
He is still a bit anxious because you rather want to be there earlier than just miss her walking out.
Understandable. This could be a big time loss if he's late, but I think
This
he
is
won't
one of
be.
those disguises that also have a longer animation.
Should be just fine. The guard is in position, the door is just closed, so it's perfect. Papier can't get the machete, second try works. And live kill right into her face. Will be 2 out of 3 for Papier.
Yeah, he's looking solid with Rico already isolated. Just has to get rid of the cameras. He has one of the hackles. He takes the tougher shot. He misses and hits it the second time. No insta orange compromised, because that happens with that shot.
This was probably the hardest part of the remainder of the spin.
Heard
Papier changes into the trespassing disguise, but the one which doesn't have this civilian enforcer, the most random enforcer on the map.
Yeah, he's
That
playing
will help
extremely
Frank.
calm and
The
extremely
Delgado
smart,
cartel's
which is
chief
really good
chemist.
to see. Kind of shows why he has the map record.
Which won't be beaten again, but it's not
It
surprising
will be
with
very
Jorge.
close.
Yeah, even with a spin like this, Jorge live and no setups, no freebies, no next snaps, will be a very solid. It's a very likely first try. Obviously nothing is guaranteed and casters can ruin this just by saying stuff.
Yeah, caster's curse is a big thing. Alright, so now he's gonna make a decision which way he wants to go. He's gonna go up to go down and then back up. Yeah, looks like he's planning to go through the bar, which is a bit safer but a bit longer because he has to walk to the bar.
Yeah, somewhat slower. I was wondering about his alternatives, if he's being frisked by the two near main start. Maybe it was discarded because of that. Oh, and of course he needs the keys from the barman.
He doesn't need to knock him out. He could just talk to him, no? Or is that just submarine crew or submarine engineer?
Submarine for sure, I'm
Yeah, I feel
not sure.
I haven't tried that since Hitman 2, so that might have been changed. I will trust Papier's judgment on that one.
Yeah, because I think
Franco confirmed down.
the
Nice
intended
work.
way is through those two guards guarding the area. So I'm not sure
Yeah,
if there's an
that-
interaction with the barman, and he's trespassing here, so that will be sweaty.
He wants to make the other guards sick. Yeah, he has to get through the actual tunnel part to not trespass. So yeah, it is the submarine engineer. That makes sense.
And
Makes the
hello,
guard sick and runs straight behind him. Oh, he has to open the door. It's not ghost mode. Door is not open.
somewhat surprising for sure. But I have to mention Ruiz as well, because this is really getting close now. Andrea KO'd already. Nascetti on Luis is back. So all he needs is the band member. Luis would be out in the next 2 minutes as well. But I think this will be just about it for Papier. If Des guard turns away, finally, then Papier has a clear shot at opening this secret door, which hopefully isn't loud and doesn't turn anyone around. But Papier is now inside, not just passing. Will open this door, which he got the keycard for 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Came down all the way to the bottom of the stairs, which in this case wouldn't be as big of a deal since his required kill is just, at the SMG. He could have used that too. But very, very smart and very, very efficient from Papier.
Who gets the kill and exits, and
Didn't pick up the sports car keys.
great. So we'll exit now, but couple extra seconds, which makes it a bit more interesting in terms of the 47-second timer, but the exit is far away, so that I will call the win for Papier. Would be a minute or so win for Papier, but the 47 seconds would be passed.
Something strange is happening. I'll check it out.
Which is really unfortunate for Luis. He had a very solid try as well, but not quite enough. And we are going to go to map 3, which is Mumbai.
Yeah, Lewis played very well. It's he didn't go for the band member right away, which I don't know. He probably would have still been outside of photo finish, but he would have been 80 to 90 seconds within Papier's if he had gone for that.
Yeah, Luis made it really close against Papier, but Papier just had insane map knowledge and calmness, and oh, this ends up with a body found, so I guess it doesn't really matter either way.
Oh, he left that body out there. Who even was that? Wasn't that the guy that was outside the conference room?
It was a street soldier in some tiny
Grassy
bit of grass
area.
and foliage,
Yeah.
so it would probably be that one. For the third time I need to check what I said. It's 38 past the hour, so just under 4. Can't even remember.
Yeah, I can relate. I write something and then go back to the spin page. Like, what did I write?
Exactly. So it is Mumbai.
Oh, it's still a clean slate for both of these guys. All zeros flying across the screen.
Really interesting to see. Yeah, no wins, no losses. Not sure about ties, but I think I think it's fair to say that they don't have the experience here, which is going to be really exciting for a random map for us viewers. Probably a bit nerve-wracking if you try to get every single point you can and then get a Mumbai thrown in his face. This confirms Paper's win in this match, and Luis will lose his first one, but it is really about the points, so I guess we can look at the leaderboards one more time quickly. You can see it on the win percentage side that Johnny X with 100% will be a factor in terms of who wins this group, and obviously Chris X3 with 4 matches played, 3-1. 20 points already, but this is the big fight for 3rd, 4th, and avoiding 5th place. Luis, Papier, Mikulers, Rocky Horse within 4 points of each other. Papier is now up to 17 and 3rd win to his 2nd loss.
Yeah, if Papier secures Mumbai, he will vault up to 2nd place, while Lewis will drop to his place. And if Lewis wins, he stays. He's at 8. He would be at 18, and Papier would be at 17. Man, that those 2 points mean so much for Lewis here, because he gets to keep his 2nd place, and throws a wrench into the group of top who's gonna go out of the groups.
Exactly. So, and this is kind of that muddy area. 5 matches, 20-ish points. You really do want to have at least 22-25 to be comfortably in the top 4. So if you are below 20 after 5 matches, those last 2 will really have to count, and pressure is rising for both of them. 30 seconds until the Mumbai spin.
Map record held by Ducker earlier in the tournament, 10 minutes, 12 seconds.
Another one which is just over the 10-minute mark. I'm really curious to see if that will get broken. I think we can get spins like that with a 7-minute first try, and then that would be an 8-minute real time. Papier has the Santa record. Could he get Mumbai on his first competitive spin? It is the Maelstrom with injected poison as the Holy Man, Vanya Shah loud explosive weapon as a local security, and Davud Rengen loud SMG as Barber. So 2 loud ones and the ultimate freebie.
Yeah, that's
actually,
basically it.
If you should have enough time to to KO Holy Man, get his disguise and poke Wazir. But it is going to be really close and will be fun to see.
Yeah, loud SMG, I say don't bring that, right? I don't know if you really want to slow down Maelstrom, you can Seeker him right at the start. He goes to that bathroom where usually people isolates him. So that gives you, well, the duration of the animation.
So I guess it comes down to whether you have the loadout slots and if your strategy, how much of it is utilized by the other isolations, because I prefer to get the Seeker and the Snail for Dawood, speeding up things significantly. Of course, that would also mean another Seeker shot for the Maelstrom. So lots of options on the table, and Papier will obviously start Skywalk.
And Maelstrom is behind, so that's not a problem because Holy Man can be delayed a lot longer with the bump than Maelstrom can, so gives him a window. But Maelstrom is walking real fast. Holy Man catches up. Yeah, he's spotted from the other side of the alley too. I don't know if he could have managed to give him the injection after that panic.
I have a vague idea. I'm not sure if it would work. Just something that I came up with right now. If you place the duck for the Maelstrom, that stops him for those few seconds, and I think that would be the deciding factor. So in that meantime, you can KO and get the disguise on the Holy Man.
Holy Man is behind this time, and he's also changed his loadout from a Silver Baller to a Calmer, so he'll probably be using that. Nope, he's gonna go for a knockout. Oh, so Maelstrom makes the turn though.
47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom
And Papier lets him go.
I've marked the headquarters of the Crows on your map.
Same issue for Luis.
Oh, but he catches him just around the corner though, and that was safe because his body was hidden behind the wall.
But delayed illegal action for Papier turns him red while Luis gets the kill and will have the early advantage. At least it's the first kill, so we are going to do these 45-second intervals where Papier gets another try and another one. But advantage Luis.
Yeah, again, Maelstrom being behind kind of can throw you off once you have to wait for Holy Man. Maelstrom passes too fast around the corner.
I suppose it's best to try, but don't expect much around this corner.
Oh, this is another extended illegal action. Spots through the wall. I don't know if that can be mitigated by just standing still for another second or two.
I need to reiterate because I think it is going to be consistent by the fake NPC spreading the knowledge. I think that could happen if you... It happened to me. If you drag a body around or near fake NPCs, then the real ones from ridiculous distances will spot you. And I think it's some of the similar situation.
Yeah. Lewis is following the barber. He's got his briefcase to all the way to the nearest guard who is not near enough. And now he's gonna shadow him back to his place. Potentially.
Is he looking for a blind area maybe?
Yeah, so it is highly likely it's the fake NPC spreading, and I'm not sure if just not moving at all would help at all there, but
I thought they were going to kill me or something. I can't remember his face. What if he shows up and I miss him?
he did take a couple of steps.
What if they hurt me?
Ooh, this could have been seen from below, but Luis gets the disguise and just in case, it's best to do something with the with the lady. I think that will be mitigated as well. Oh, bullet
He's
distraction.
turning her towards the body, which is a bit risky. She had her back turned.
Yeah, I think that was a misread silhouette. But both should
Yeah,
be down.
he's-
And, yeah.
Papier has to come up with something else because it's not going to work.
No, definitely not. And can't really remember what Luis did differently. I think he just got some very lucky last second kill on the Maelstrom before leaving this first alley. And I think that's the real play, and the Holy Man has to be second at the start for that, because now it's going to be too tight. No matter how quickly you can hide him. Papir gets the brick and still looking at the Maelstrom. This area is somewhat better because it doesn't have guards, but I think the civilians would do the same to you and compromise you. So Papir will just go for the brick and starting with clearing out this beach house, as one does usually at some point during these spins.
Up here checking on whether that's HX10 is an SMG, which it is.
Knows for a fact that he hangs out with some of the worst people in the city, the scum. Vanya Shah, slum queen for instance, or she knows him well.
Loud Dawoodov is a great way to finish these spins. And Luis is looking towards the tower.
Taxi, taxi, let's go, sir.
Won't be relying on the beach house and their soundproof, non-soundproof properties. Of course, if you kill Dawood in the heart of darkness, then people out upstairs won't hear it. But the people downstairs in the basement will, and you have to pick your NPCs for this. So Luis will probably just infiltrate and hide him in the penthouse.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because if he uses the beach house, there's 3 guards he has to deal with, and he can only hide 2 of them in the closet right at the bottom of the stairs.
And then there's the case of the 2 original thugs. So just a lot of bodies all around.
Yeah, it's not viable at all for that. Unless he knocks them out, knocks out the guards up at the roof, and then drags Dawood up there and shoots him from the outside, somewhere from the beach.
Well, it's somewhat of an exit kill, so would be nice to see something ballsy, but I think this won't be the match if it's their first Mumbai. They just want to finish by any means necessary and as safe as possible, but it's not looking good for Luis. Bullet impact notice. I mean, that might clear out the room, but you would want those 2 down with some chunks preferably.
And as we've seen before, using this room to kill Dawood is not good unless it's an accident, because his guards will follow him, and with the loud kill you don't really have much room to drag him and drop him down the shaft either.
Not at all. Yeah, once Dawood gets a loud condition, as Papir gets found trespassing by the elite thug on the hill, But Luis's situation isn't any better. In a pickle, kind of. 7.5 minutes in, 1 kill down.
Yeah, and Lewis got a really. I don't know how consistent that kill will be if he tries that again. That was around the corner. Could have easily been a punch. Could have easily been seen.
Why did I let Rangan talk me into this? The Vinci meets Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, as you can see,
How is that
Papier
even possible?
5,
If I
7,
don't
8
get it right,
tries and
your stick is in-
still couldn't get it. Still has to leave Maelstrom walking
When are you gonna be done mixing those colors?
and just
how long
go
can it
for
take to
any other
switch up
isolation.
these
And I
branches?
think this whole setup is for
idea.
the heal infiltration,
70% of
which
the
takes
work is
so much
finding
extra
the
time.
right colors. Color mixing is an entire art form on its own. It takes time.
Yeah, well, get a move on. Mr. Rongan wants you to go and get him as soon as you're done mixing your fancy colors there.
Troll spin is a good comment, I suppose. Like, I don't take any offense because it's the first try, but
Your stick is
the Dawood loud kills are something that you do have to prepare
somehow
something for
managed
it,
to find that
and
bloody
this isn't any
marker.
loader
Oh,
heavy
and
spin.
Lewis gets spotted by the painter vaulting through, and there's that lead. Over 8 minutes into the mission. That's a massive blow. Switching out his pistol for a seeker here.
And then thinking about it some more, but Village turning, and I guess we see right now if the seeker is for, at least one of them is for the Maelstrom. But I think Luis will try his luck again at least. And then for something in the tower.
Yeah, depending on where the Maelstrom is and
47.
compared to the Holy Man, and also if he seekers the guard inside the room with the painter, and then he has an extra closet slot for Dawood at the end. Bumps Maelstrom a lot, and then bumps the Holy Man.
Not sure if intentional or not, because couldn't get to his melee item, the range.
Yeah, and the Maelstrom will be on his way. He's just around the corner. Not making progress on the Holy Man, so it's not really gonna work out. It's gonna be a restart.
Yeah, now Luis realizes the cruelty of this Maelstrom kill, or I guess the
Yeah,
the trickiness, the difficulty in the simpleness, or something
it's like
poetic.
it's a freebie, but it's so free that you actually have to pay for it. Doesn't really help the inconsistency between Maelstrom and the Holy Man when they start.
At least if
47.
that was
Our intel
consistent, yeah,
suggests
and
the
then it's
Maelstrom
one step
is
easier,
hiding
but
somewhere in the city slums.
need to
I've marked
restart
the headquarters
for
of the
those, and
Crows on your map.
Luis gets the better situation. Holy Man
He
second.
definitely does.
No bump.
And quite
Wrong
slight
item in
bump.
hand.
The wrong item in hand, indeed. Maelstrom's gonna hear that, but he's gonna enforce the guards.
Come on, let's just see
Oh,
what
I thought he was gonna poke him there. He does, and he gets red guns immediately.
By the Holy Man being found, yeah.
It's so tight. You have to delay the Maelstrom. I mean, not even the Holy Man, because the Holy Man's not an option to be delayed. You need his disguise.
And I think
Papier
Luis
also
had it.
restarts.
Luis had it, just he switched it in the inventory to the duck again. I think that was the, well, not a bad call, but the unfortunate situation, the unfortunate truth that he scrolled one too far. And this isn't ideal for Papier, but he hasn't really got this down. Bump doesn't do anything for too long, sadly.
And he's also gonna try a toss, which isn't gonna do anything either in this case. Maybe to turn the guards around. Yeah, the other one turns around fast enough so it gets caught by him. Lewis, attempt number 3 or 4, I think.
At
But
least,
Maelstrom
yeah.
turned the corner. Oh, and yeah,
He'll be
immediate
seen.
spottage. You are right. He is now feeling the cruelty.
Which is, yeah, it's mean to say, but he really didn't get it when he got it so early, so easily, and unfortunately now he has to restart multiple times because of this. It's lots of small restarts, but the time is ticking, and 13.5 minutes remaining. 2 loud kills. Hard to estimate the in-game time of these players on their first competitive Mumbai spin, but it would be over 10, I would say, so not many attempts remaining.
Yeah, Papier tried it again. It didn't work. That's why I was like earlier when I was mentioning that kill by Lewis. It's just it was so valuable that he got that kill so early because of the timing working out for him. He realizes that now that the Maelstrom kill was it wasn't a consistent kill. It was a 1 in at least 10 at this point.
It seems like it, yeah, and Papier goes full cutscene, but gets into the mission. I think that is the white flag from him, yes.
He's just doing suit only now. It's 12 minutes left. A run can definitely be completed still, so I don't know. Do you send him the wrong kill on the spin?
Oh, good question. So what kind of message should I spend? The wrong kill or the fact that he should
Wrong kill, wrong disguise.
and the bad sportsmanship
Yes,
message.
absolutely. I think I don't know. I guess in that case it wouldn't matter, but a message I think blocks the spin until you
Yes.
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But if you're not even bothering to try, it wouldn't matter that way.
Yeah, it's hard to say something to this. We had a case like this yesterday when I was playing and you had to cast, or yeah. But it felt like a bit a different situation because it wasn't even attempted, and now they aren't attempting because they tried, they failed, and they know that they can't get in time, or they think that they can't get in time, which 11 minutes is on the borderline, and as both of them are obviously not trying, and interestingly it is going to be the same
with
Papier.
With a third of the spin timer left, I mean,
we are going to see this for the next 10 minutes, and we would be seeing this for the next 10 minutes, but when we get to 10:00, I will make the executive decision to call this. If Luis keeps his green guns, or tries to keep his green guns, then we will stay, but this will be the Hail Mary from him. A very desperate last attempt.
Yeah, because I think not only the one yesterday, I've had that earlier too, where I cast it and somebody kind of stopped attempting because of this. This would be more similar situation to that, where they were getting spotted and just thought it couldn't happen for them anymore. It was 12 minutes, 20 seconds, something like that, and nothing left.
And we know the saying that let them suffer. It It kind of reminds me of the brackets though, when you do have to worry about your opponent finishing. And of course it still matters in the terms of 1 point, but they know that they can't get it. Not sure where I'm going with this, but it feels different in the group stage, and I'm not attempting to call this early as long as I see some attempts, but it isn't the same as someone hoping to not get eliminated or this kind of caliber. But I guess it's a hypothetical for now because Luis returned to his attempts. It's under 9 minutes. It is possible to do some spins in 9 minutes, not all of them, and Vanya is technically a setup, but it is 3 full kills due to the sheer difficulty. There's not much you can.
Yeah, if it was an allowed kill, it would be very, very plausible to expect them to finish. So
I think Luis got this now, though. Yes.
Lewis he finally does what I mentioned earlier in the stream, is send Maelstrom to the bathroom. He does it with the distraction instead of a seeker, I think. So that it gets the job done. Gets the Maelstrom kill, and that's a very consistent one as opposed to the one he got earlier in the map.
If only this was figured out 20 minutes earlier, then
Yeah.
he would.
Or
he
even
would love
5
it.
minutes earlier. Really.
Yeah, he would have one last good try, which I doubt he has now. 7.5 minutes. It's now a 2-target mission, but
I don't know. I need the money.
well, if the bricks are added right now, then Vanya is KO'd in 2 minutes, then you can spend another 2-3 taking care of Dawood and his guards, but then we would be at the situation that 3 correct kills all in the Holy Man disguise. I think we are just missing the Barber and local security.
Yeah, this is too much to manage for both of these guys. I think I'm gonna duck out of here and watch Soviet versus Agent 420, cast by Gordini. Thank you for letting me join.
Thanks for joining me, and yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about this. I do want to talk about this for sure later.
Yeah, it's need to, yeah. But in due course, good luck adminning, and thanks for joining again.
Yeah, thank you.
So as Papier checks his spin again, if it's over or not. It is not over. It will be over in less than 6 minutes. And yeah, we were definitely on the verge of calling this early, due to the fact that neither players were trying, but Luis is back in it, and he's giving it one last good attempt. But in all likelihood, this is a 5-1 win for Papier.
That caused a pillar of purple smoke to rise above the slums. Let's see what happens next, 47.
Yeah, this was another minute of not putting the brick into the forge,
I think they're heading for the beach area near the slums.
which makes Vanya leave the trainer earlier or later.
No problem.
It's just not enough time to reasonably finish a spin like this. Yeah, Papier on the right is at least in Mumbai. He hasn't ended stream, he hasn't started a different game mode.
Your hooves would be better suited to the countryside, ass.
That is Vanya Shah.
Take
self-appointed queen of the Mumbai slums.
Hello.
We have some inside information from Group A. Because I know the Gordy stream was raided us many minutes ago. I'm not even sure when. As Luis's last run is now officially over. But you joined me because Matty didn't show up in time, and
Confirmed kill on Vanya
he
Shah.
now has
Excellent work, Fortuna.
showed up, and I'm not going to talk about it. I just want to say that he is online. He has messaged the group, and obviously hoping for a reschedule in due course. Yeah, the servant being trolley for Luis wrecked this last run, but it wasn't going to be possible at this point. And let's see if he has something else to show us, and then he's probably going to exit with red guns. 3 kills in just a minute, and then I think that will be end of the spin. We do have at least one, but I think 2 matches, because Gordy is live again and Barbie's still going with the 420 match.
Do you think that was anything?
With the 47 match. Oh, so many numbers in this community. So I will raid Gordy Roy because his cast has just begun, so you guys get to see a full match. And here's the Luis loudest MG kill. Will be able to exit, but I mean, I can tell you if he wants to press done. Hopefully not. Going to make an admin's life harder, but oh, okay, then I guess I'll stay for a couple more minutes. That's the barbecue raid. We were just talking about you and the 47 match. So now 3 became 2 and 2 will become 1, because this is a tie and no one's really attempting this Mumbai spin anymore. And it is a good time as any to call this draw for map number 3. And the final score is Papierfresse 5, Luis 1. We had a Marrakesh prisoner spin, won by Papier. Then a very solid first try by both of them. Papier winning by a minute and a half or so, which ensured him the win, the 4-0 win. And then they got their first ever competitive Mumbai spin, which, as you could see, it had 2 loud kills, it had Maelstrom live, so it's just wasn't meant to be for them, and they shared these last 2 points. Let's check out the groups now. Group E has been updated, and after all this, Chris 20, Papier 18, Luis 17. The latter 2 finished their match. Both are now 5 matches down, 2 to go. And as I said, they will be hoping to get around the 23 point mark, rather 25, even better. But with Mikuláš in the mix, Rocky also having 2 more matches to go, it is far from certain that both of them can advance, as Johnny will of course move up the ranks as the 3rd place player from last World Championship. So if Barbecue raided me, that means we only have the 121 CET match going. Soviet Dubob versus Agent 420, which is a Gordy Leroy cast, and we are going to go right there in a moment. Thank you everyone for watching. Congratulations to Papierfresse, GG's to both, and see you guys in the next match.